What if a company could grow while cutting its total greenhouse gas emissions? IKEA says it's doing exactly that, and the strategy is more than buy offsets and call it a day. Across the IKEA value chain, scopes 1, 2, and 3, IKEA estimates its FY24 climate footprint at 21.3 million tons CO2e, 28% lower than FY16. And the company has targets that are SBT validated, have value chain emissions by FY30, and reduce at least 90% by FY50, with residuals neutralized through carbon removals within its value chain. If you want to cut emissions seriously, you start by finding the hotspots. For IKEA, materials are the biggest chunk, about 52% of total value chain climate footprint. Then you've got product use at home, end of life, production, and transport. IKEA's first move is structural, design, and materials. If half your footprint is materials, you win by using less material, using better material, and keeping products in use longer. Here's a concrete example from Inca Group's FY24 sustainability report. Den Holt, a foamless sofa using thermo-bonded felt made from textile waste, both pre- and post-consumer. This is what circular design looks like in practice. Not just recycling claims, but redesigning the product so the material story changes. When the design changes, the carbon math changes. Now the hard part. Most corporate footprints aren't in offices or stores, they're in the supply chain. IKEA reports that the renewable electricity share in production rose from 71% to 75% in FY24, and fossil fuels for on-site heating and production dropped from 9% to 7%. Then in January 2025, IKEA announced it was expanding its renewable electricity program to 14 additional markets, covering 27 markets and more than 91% of CO2 emissions tied to electricity used in production. And one standout data point: Vietnam suppliers jumped to 84% renewable electricity, a 40 percentage point increase from FY23 to FY24. The takeaway: IKEA isn't just asking suppliers to be greener. It's building a procurement mechanism, frameworks, PPAs, pre-negotiated pricing, to make renewable electricity available and bankable for suppliers. Inside its own operations, Inca Group reports 96.6% renewable electricity in FY24. And for last-mile logistics, one of the most visible emissions sources, 41.1% of home deliveries were made by zero-emission vehicles in FY24, up from 24.6% the year before. This is a classic decarbonization pattern, renewables plus electrification, applied where the business has direct operational leverage. IKEA's downstream strategy has two levers. 1. Extend product life. 2. Reduce energy used when customers use products. On product life extension, Inca reports over 495,000 items were given a next life via buyback in FY24 across 28 countries. It also piloted IKEA Pre-Own It, a peer-to-peer marketplace concept, and it provided over 25.8 million free assembly parts to support repairs. On product use, IKEA reports the climate footprint from product use at home is 54% lower than FY16, with FY24 down versus FY23 as well. If you keep a product in use longer, you avoid the need to manufacture a replacement, and that's often where the biggest emissions sit. Here's the strategic core: decoupling, lowering absolute emissions while still growing business activity. Inca Group reports it reduced its climate footprint 30.1% across scopes 1, 2, and 3 since FY16, while growing the business 23.7%. And the reporting bar is rising. IKEA has stated it is preparing for CSRD D-compliant reporting from FY26, including double materiality and sustainability statements alongside financial data. That matters because the future isn't just about nice sustainability stories. It's about measurable plans, auditable data, and value chain accountability. So, how does IKEA play the GHG reduction game? Not with one big trick, but with a system: materials, suppliers, renewables, electrification, and circular services, all tied to targets and reporting discipline. If you want more case studies like this, from heavy industry to tech, subscribe for more updates from this channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.